Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a few things to go over, plenty of new events that are now live in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We also have some new Pokemon Presents rumors to go over for Legends EA. There's a lot of things to break down and take a look at. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, today is Friday, so of course, Red Rescue Team is now available to play on Nintendo Switch Online expansion. We have Cerebi here tweeting out, saying, Cerebi update, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team is now available to play on the Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy Advance software. Of course, we're all hoping for the mainline games to get ported, but this is still really cool. I'm a big fan of the original Mystery Dungeon games, and even though we've had obviously the remake of it or the remaster, it's still cool to see this getting ported, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it does mean that other Pokemon games are also going to get ported onto Nintendo Switch. Hopefully soon, maybe they announce something in the next Presents. Again, it's unlikely, but you never know, because no one was really expecting this. But again, this did get leaked a while ago, along with like Pokemon Pinball and a couple of other mainline series games as well, and that leak was like 100% correct, and now we finally got this, so hopefully the others also come with it. But either way, if you are wanting to play Red Rescue Team, it is now available on the Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy Advance expansion pack. Moving on, we have some big events that are now live in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We have Cerebi here tweeting out, saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Gimmighoul Raid event has now begun. The Wattrel, Riolu, and Comfey Mass Outbreaks event are also live, and they run until the 22nd of August at 23:59 UTC. Now, of course, a Gimmighoul can be shiny in 5-star raids as of right now, but unfortunately, it is just the base shiny odds. No idea why Pokemon think it's okay to make a limited time shiny event for a shiny locked Pokemon and do normal odds. You know, normal odds are like 1 in 4,096. In fact, I think they're a little bit lower for these raids. I think it's like 1 in 4,100. And, you know, only having 2 weeks to do it, I don't think it's physically possible to go to odds in that time. Even if you raided constantly for the 2 weeks, it'd be almost impossible to get to odds. So if you're really unlucky and you don't get it quickly, you won't be able to get it. So it just makes absolutely no sense. I was really hoping that this time around they would kind of boost the odds to maybe like a 1% or something like that. Just something feasible and something actually possible. Like, some people will get lucky, obviously, but for the majority of us, we're not going to be able to get this shiny. And obviously it's a shiny lock Pokemon, so this is the only time you can actually get a shiny Gimmighoul. And it's only available in 5-star raids as well, which is even more dumb, because you can only get every day, like, how many 5-star raids? Maybe 1 or 2, so you obviously have to keep resetting. I don't know. This is the dumbest event ever. It really is stupid. I don't understand why they think this is, like, okay, but this is obviously the information about the event. So you got your 1 stars, your 2 stars, your 3 stars, your 4 stars. Obviously, people are only really going to be bothered about the 5-star raids. They do actually have, which I think is quite funny, Bitter Herba Mystica as well, as an added bonus this time around. So obviously bitter because people are bitter about the shiny odds. So I feel like they know, they're just teasing us and stuff, but it is what it is. They're not difficult to beat, obviously, it's just a Gimmighoul, but at the same time, the shiny odds are just so bad. As you can see, shiny rate is just standard. So was hoping they would change it. They haven't. Massive L from Pokemon. So best of luck with the Gimmighoul raids if you are trying to get one in the next couple of weeks. Again, Pokemon have just dropped the ball on this one, in my opinion. They've just completely taken an L. But either way, that is the raid for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for the next 2 weeks. We, of course, also have some Outbreak events for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet as well. And this is actually a really good Outbreak because it's boosted shiny odds to 0.5%. And it's also boosted mark odds as well for the pumped up mark to 5%. So to get a pumped up shiny, you've got pretty good odds to get it. And it's Wattrel, Riolu, and Comfey. So obviously, Wattrel is in Paldea, has a 0.5% shiny rate, and it has a 5% chance to have the pumped up mark. Riolu is in Kitakami, also has a 0.5% shiny rate, and also has a 5% pumped up mark rate. And as well as that, we also have Comfey, which is available in the Blueberry Academy, which also has a 0.5% shiny rate and a pumped up mark chance of 5% as well. So that event, really good. This event, Really, really bad. But obviously, best of luck if you are shiny hunting these guys over the next couple of weeks. These will not take you long at all. Even if you're trying to get a pumped up like shiny Riolu, it shouldn't take you that long because just the odds are just in your favor. These odds, not in your favor at all. So obviously, if people find shinies, they can host for people and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Pokemon are just, yeah, messed up completely for this, and they should have learned the first time around. It just shows they do not listen to the community at all, because nobody has said this is a good idea. Everybody's complained about the shiny rates, but they still do the same thing. It just shows they don't listen to the community at all. So whenever they're like talking, oh yeah, we do listen to the community, they just don't. Like, this is Exhibit A that they do not listen. But either way, that's that. Moving on to the Pokemon anime as well. If you are in the UK, no, the US, should I say, Cerebi has tweeted out saying, Cerebi update, the next batch of 11 episodes of Pokémon Horizons are now available on Netflix in the US and other countries where Netflix is the show. So this obviously went live today on the August the 9th. So yeah, if you are in the US or any other country where Netflix does air the show, you will be able to now watch the next 11 episodes of Pokémon Horizons. So that's all the events, all the news regarding that. Moving on, we do have a new Pokemon Presents rumor to go over. This was posted on 4chan. This was posted today, actually, on the 8th of August. Now, of course, it was posted on 4chan, so take it with a massive grain of salt. Personally, I don't think we're going to get a Pokemon Presents now, because next week we have Worlds, where if they're going to drop any information, it's going to be at Worlds. I don't see how they drop a Presents and they drop information at Worlds in the same week. We've also had like loads of events announced as well for Pokemon Sleep with Suicune, Pokemon Masters EX characters being announced. The only big things that still need to get announced are, of course, Pokemon Go's Dynamax, which very well could just get announced at Worlds, because it is, I guess, a quote-unquote competitive thing, and usually competitive things get announced at Worlds, just like last year where we got, I think we got new items or new Pokemon abilities or something like that. We also got the starters announced as well for the Blueberry Academy, but for the majority of the time, competitive things get announced at Worlds because it's a competitive thing, you know, it's to do with VGC and everything like that. But yeah, because obviously it is kind of a form of competitive with Dynamax, that they probably will reveal it there if they don't reveal it at Presents before then. And yeah, I just, for us to get nothing for 6 months from February to now, and then to give us a week of a Presents and extra information at Worlds, I just think is very, very unlikely. Obviously, the week after we have Gamescom as well, so I don't think we're going to be getting a Presents that week. So for me, I don't think it's going to happen. It might happen later on in the year. Like I said, the promotional cycle is really, really weird right now, so we may get one in like September or October. I really don't know. They've never done it like this before, so we might still get Presents. I really don't know. But either way, this is apparently saying there's going to be Presents on the 21st of August, which again is around Worlds, I think. 21st of August is next Wednesday, so yeah, next Wednesday. Well, it's not actually next Wednesday. It's 2 weeks. It's not. It's the week after. But either way, we have Pokemon information. So Pokemon Presents announced for the 21st of August by Ishihara during the World Championships opening ceremony. So that would be pretty hype, to be fair. If they did open the ceremony and they're like, yeah, don't worry about it, there's some big boy news coming, it's happening on the 21st. I would like to see that. I don't think it's going to happen because, again, anything big they would probably just reveal at Worlds. But either way, we know there's going to be like a pocket demo, and that's like the extent of it. There should also be some information as well regarding the app, but at the same time, we really just don't know right now. Pokemon are very much in limbo with the information that they're giving us. They're dropping loads of stuff about the mobile games, but nothing about like the actual games they're releasing this year and next year. So this is the contents of the Pokemon Presents. So Pokemon Go introduces Dynamax and Gigantamax in a new update to the game on September the 10th. With this update, trainers can battle Go Max raids with Dynamax Pokemon and 5 Gigantamax Pokemon to start, these being Eevee, Charizard, Machamp, Meowth, and Snorlax. I cannot see us going to the 10th of September without Dynamax. It's literally ready in the game right now. They've actually dropped a video, not Pokemon Go obviously, but data miners have dropped a video of what it actually looks like, catching a Gigantamax Pokemon or a Dynamax Pokemon in the game. We'll cover that probably I don't know, at some point in the future. But yeah, they've actually dropped like information regarding the actual video and footage and stuff like that of it. So I can't see us waiting until the 10th of September. I think it's just so close, and it's just ready to drop now. So I don't think it's going to be another month. But again, that is something big that they do need to announce, which would be perfect in a Pokemon Presents. Pokemon Masters EX celebrates its 5th anniversary. They will have a lot of events going on in September. Daily Scouts will be improved to include past sync pairs, and daily logins will include more gems than normal. There will also be story events featuring Professor, Kamado, and Volo as well. So yeah, I mean, I don't play Pokemon Masters, so I don't know anything about really daily scouts and sync pairs and stuff like that. I know the sync pairs are obviously the character in the Pokemon, but in terms of like what daily scouting and stuff, I don't really know. I'm a bit oblivious to all of that. So either way, it is the 5th anniversary, so obviously it is something that they like to celebrate. And 5 years is actually right. Like, that's kind of mad to say that this has been around for 5 years. Remember when Pokemon Masters was announced? But either way, that would be something you drop in and present. Pokemon Cafe Mix will follow with new Pokemon being added, Chespin and Maractus shortly after the presentation, and an announcement of a future event featuring the legendary Pokemon Ogerpon. I mean, Ogerpon, I think, is already been revealed for Cafe Mix. I don't know if they've given it like a release date or not, but they've definitely announced it. However, it's the announcement of an online PvP battle mode with leaderboards this fall. I think like, I've never played Cafe Mix. I'm not gonna lie about it. I've never touched it. It's just not a game that's really like I guess attracted me to it. But at the same time, you know, if there's ever online PvP in like a Pokemon mobile game, I'll always check it out. And that might be the kind of thing that gets me into playing the game. So look, I don't play it, I don't know how it would work, but at the same time, it is something that might get a lot more people into it, because a lot of people like playing PvP, a lot of people like playing competitive stuff. It then goes on, so Pokemon Unite will introduce Sceptile and Shenpao to the game. Again, haven't been data mined. The only Pokemon that's been data mined for Pokemon Unite as of right now that isn't in the game is Armarouge, and there's nothing about Armarouge in here. But yeah, I mean, Sceptile and Shenpao, I mean, would they make it into the game? I've not played Unite in a while, but I think Sceptile would be a really good character to add to the game. And then, yeah, Shenpao, I mean, yeah, why not? We're getting legendaries left, right, and center in Pokemon Unite now. We just got Ho-Oh. Obviously, we've got a couple of others as well, Miraidon, etc. So yeah, why not? They both having powerful attacks that make their opponents flying away. Sceptile release on the 29th of August and Shenpao on the 3rd of October. Again, don't know where Armarouge is in this, because that is the only Pokemon that has been data mined. These two have not. Again, during Pokemon Presents, though, they can sometimes drop a Pokemon that nobody's really expecting. They've done it before, I think, with like Mamoswine or something. Like, nobody was expecting it, just got dropped like randomly. And then Pokepark 1 and 2 HD will be announced for the Nintendo Switch on the 21st of November. It's a collection, both Pokepark games from the Wii, developed by Creatures with help from Ilka, to remaster these two classics with higher graphics, changes to the UI and overworld, interactions, and overall polishment to the games. I've also never played Pokepark 1 or 2. I never had it, so again, is that something that people would want? I know there is a community around those games. I know that it is something that I think a certain amount of people would want, but I think personally, I think more people would like to see things like Colosseum, Gale of Darkness. Obviously, we'd love to see a remake of Generation 5. I think that's not happening. I think we can all agree now that that's just not going to happen now. They've left it way too late to announce it, even if it was going to happen. But yeah, I mean, Pokepark 1 and 2, yeah, I mean, that is apparently something that's going to happen if this is true. And then it goes on to say the presents ends with a brand new trailer for Pokemon Legends EA. It will have static shots of Lumiose, mysterious documents being shown with images of adult Clement and Bonnie next to the symbol of Organization Quasar, as it is translated. Then we have a scene with Professor Sycamore together with the starters being Chikorita, Scorbunny, and Piplup. The thing is, though, if we have Professor Sycamore, who would basically mean that this would be set around present day because Sycamore would still be alive, I don't know why the starters wouldn't be the Gen 6 starters, because it'd probably be set, what, like maybe 5 years after the events of X and Y? The starters are still going to be Froakie, Chespin, and Fennekin. They're not just going to randomly get 3 starters from a different region. It just doesn't really make any sense. So yeah, if Sycamore's there, I feel like it has to be the Generation 6 starters. I don't know why they would just change the starters randomly for Kalos, like a few years later. But yeah, and I think the next Legends EA trailer will definitely reveal the starters 100%. I think we can also all agree on that, but it's just, when is this trailer going to happen? Maybe at Worlds? Who knows? It then also says, the trailer ends with a figure running towards Prism Tower underneath a purple ominous sky. Release date is still 2025. I love how they say the release date is still 2025, like it would ever check. Like, why would they check? It's obviously going to be 2025. They've still said that. Yeah, I think in the next trailer, they won't give us a release date, though. I think they'll still just say releasing simultaneously worldwide 2025. They'll give us the starters. At Worlds, you never know. They could drop a new Mega Evolution and be super, super hype. And yeah, if they drop the starters and a new Mega Evolution at Worlds, people would go crazy for it. It would be the kind of push that we need to get back onto the hype train of this game. As obviously, if they drop some gameplay with it as well. But yeah, I mean, for me, I just don't think it's really true. I don't think we're going to get a presents a few days after Worlds, and I don't think it's going to be talking about Gigantamax and Dynamax coming, you know, a month later or whatever, when that is basically ready. I could easily see that dropping next week. You know, it is literally video footage is being thrown around online now of what it actually looks like. It's literally just got to click a button and then boop, it's in the game. They released the update and it's ready. So yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but I'm calling fake on this bad boy. So either way, let me know your thoughts on this rumor. Do you think it's true or not? And also let me know your thoughts on everything else that we covered today. Again, best of luck with the Gimme Ghoul raids if you're doing them. Yeah, Pokemon dropping the ball again, and yeah, like I say, if you do these, then you shouldn't find them too difficult. And yeah, obviously Red Rescue Team also available to download as well. But that's everything from me. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.